Alabama's Lotzeir Brooks had a career-high 67 receiving yards this week against LSU. Of course, he's just a true freshman. I wouldn't be surprised if he resets that career-high receiving mark sometime soon. But we're going to take a look at what he did against LSU. In this first play, he's just going to completely take the top off of this defense. So this guy's fast, right? He's not just fast in the first 5 yards. He's not just fast in the next 10 yards. He's fast all over the field, and we see all that in this first play against LSU. So you see the explosiveness in that first 5 yards, and then the acceleration. I just want you to take a look at the guy that's going to try to guard him on this. The safety or this linebacker here is lined up around the 39-yard line. Lotzeir Brooks is at about the 31-yard line. So he's got an 8-yard cushion here, and this gets eaten up in like a half second. Usually when you're given this much cushion, this receiver won't pass this linebacker, until about 5 yards from where this linebacker is right now. But he passes him, almost a yard from where he starts. Just watch number 11 here, or whoever this is, the safety, this linebacker that's going to try to guard him. Look at how fast Lotzeir Brooks just passes him. So this window downfield is massive. And then you see the acceleration where he just steps on the gas and then he just never takes his foot off of the pedal, even 40, 50 yards downfield. And this is a really nice throw by Ty Simpson. We're going to get another angle of it here. But, this window is massive for a 40 to 50 yard throw downfield. And good job by Lotzeir Brooks hauling this in. You can take a look on that other angle. We saw the ball come out, but, you can see here. Completes the process. Definitely a catch. So he had 4 catches in this game. 3 of them were screens, and then the one was that bomb that we just saw. And we're going to talk about his run after the catch ability in just a little bit, but we can kind of see the flash on this throwback screen here. But I think we have a better example to, kind of talk about in a little bit. So this is another play where he just completely takes the top off of the defense. Like I said, the speed, it's not just in a 40-yard sense. It's in a 5-yard sense, it's in a 15-yard sense, and then really a 60-yard sense because this dude, we saw this in high school at Millville in New Jersey where he pretty much rewrote the state record books. We're seeing it in an SEC context as well. Now, this is a very difficult throw. This one just kind of hangs up on Ty Simpson, you see here. But this was there, and I don't think this is even an NFL throw if Ty Simpson made this. This is like year 5 in the NFL. I don't think this is a throw that Ty Simpson's ever going to make in college. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, in year 3. I don't even think Mahomes makes this in year 1. Or even at Texas Tech, but you see just how fast that Lotzeir Brooks is the entire way through, right? He never loses steam. It doesn't take a while for him to pick up steam. This guy's just fast all over the field. It's completely ran by, and number 4 right there is a good play by Delane recovering. Dude's a pretty good football player as well. But here's Lotzeir Brooks with the ball in his hands. 5'9" is not a good thing for a receiver. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about him being undersized. Well, 5'9" is only a bad thing before you have the ball in your hand. When you're 5'9" and you have the ball in your hand, it's a lot easier to make people miss in the open field because you're a lot smaller. This dude's also 190 pounds at 5'9", so I think he's got a pretty stout build, honestly, for a smaller wide receiver. And you can tell it's a lot for them to take him down. And, he doesn't even really have that much space on this play that we're looking at right here. I think that if you have Lotzeir Brooks in space, it's going to be a problem as well. But this is a good job by him just kind of breaking this tackle. He's pretty stout. He's a strong football player at 5'9", 190 pounds, and a true freshman. But that's what Lotzeir Brooks did this week against LSU. You guys let me know what you think about him. If you want a place to store all your draft evaluations, please check out we-draft.com. Thanks for watching.